Hello, and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned into the Real Psychic Investigators. Thank you so much for all of the subscribes, likes, shares, comments, interactions with you. I definitely appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and get into another psychic investigation read. Um, I won't go into the details here on this channel. Um, But I did post a short video on esoteric guidance, extraterrestrial earth angel, about a dream that I had this morning, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 o'clock this morning when I was asleep, in regards to stigmata and my experience in that dream with stigmata, specifically the hand wounds. And this body does not bear those. I do want to make that clear. Okay, but I did share in that short video some things about stigmata, and so that may be of interest to you if you are, or if you've had similar dreams, or you are familiar with that. The movie Stigmata, starring Patricia Arquette, Gabriel Bryan, Nia Long, and Ann Cusick, amongst others, is available on YouTube, I think for free. All right. And I'm just going to take some time to shuffle these. I did take a break yesterday. I was fasting the 26th. I fasted from the 25th to the 27th. Or 26th to the 27th, I suppose, or however it goes. Okay. You may have been encouraged to do the same. Again, welcome in police officers, private investigators, CIA, DEA, FBI, Interpol, sheriffs, deputies, lawmakers, politicians, attorneys, lawyers. There is a difference. And again, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for making this channel what it is today. It is growing. And in my opinion, it's growing. It's growing at a pretty good rate. Again, my goal is not the spotlight. If my goal was the spotlight and money, then I would have stayed where I was. Okay, I would have stayed an accountant if that was what my goal was. Okay, but it's not. My goal here in this planet, as an extraterrestrial earth angel, light worker, and Gaia beacon, born on the 333rd day of the year, along with 11/29/74 being 11/11, making me a master teacher. In addition to having 3 kidneys after the transplant, in which they did not remove the native kidneys, so I carry 3 blood filters. In addition to all of that, healing myself of seizures at the age of 8. That kidney was inserted. The 3rd kidney was inserted on 7/7/2017. Okay. Again, I'm not a talk big game kind of person. Okay. I talk the talk and I walk the walk. Just plain and simple. Plain and simple. Okay. I don't interact with a lot of human beings on a daily basis. In fact, for the most part, for the last 3 years, I've kept to myself. Okay, I've been in hermit mode, learning, researching, exploring, ascending, showing, teaching. Okay, again, teaching even myself. Okay. If you are interested in canonical texts, the other channel, Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel, we do share hidden, lost, whatever, not distributed canonical text on that channel. And we are currently journeying through the ancient book of Jubilees. And these canonical texts go into far more detail about the journey of the esoteric beings that have been here, including Yeshua, Abraham, Isaac, Mary, Jacob, so on and on and on and on. Okay. And so it goes into much more detail about them and closer to the actual events. Okay. So again, that blonde-haired, blue-eyed one that the religious book tells you is Jesus, that is not them. Okay, that is not them. Okay, that is not who they are. Was Yeshua blonde-haired, blue-eyed? Okay, I'm going to show this to you and read it to you. No, Yeshua was most certainly not blonde-haired and blue-eyed, as he was a first century Jew from the Middle East, and historical evidence would have shown that the people of that culture had dark brown or black hair, brown eyes, and olive skin. Okay? No. Okay? Again, one of my purposes for the 10th and final time that I am here in the physical, one of my purposes here is to disseminate the truth about that high vibrational ascended master. That is one of the purposes for which I am here. I am a descendant of Yeshua. One of the purposes for which I'm here is to get the truth out about who they really truly were in the 3D for the 33 years that they were here. They are not blonde haired. They are not blue eyed. Okay, they are not European Caucasian. They are not. Okay, and in fact, let me read something else. Let me read something else very quickly. I probably need to erase some of these bookmarks. Some of these there's 96 bookmarks in here. Let me see. We'll have to wait. Maybe that won't show up. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the reading. Again, I apologize for delaying. Investigators, I hope you meditate on your cases before you step out in the morning, before you go out to investigate. I hope you meditate on your cases, okay? Take a moment, sit in silence, and consider the cases that you're working on, the individual spirits and demons that are associated with those cases, okay? Angels that are associated with those cases, okay? And your ancestors that are helping you to solve their cases, okay? Please consider those things. Because even if you do not recognize that they are. On the top of the deck, we have the name Tyrone. When they come out in clumps like that, I don't take them. There are 3 cards that landed near the solar plexus. Okay. These are the 3 cards that landed near the solar plexus. Okay. Patience, that's temperance. The Empress. And the new beginning, okay, the new world, the world card, right? So again, we'll go through the cards as we pull them out of the stack. Yeah. So there are a couple of spirit beings that divine has brought to my attention while during the fast and that. Okay, John. John Whitehead. Okay, from the group McFadden and Whitehead. Their most popular song is "Ain't No Stopping Us Now." Okay, he wrote songs for the OJs and others. We're going to look at John's information. He was murdered, and that murder remains unsolved today. He was shot in his driveway while he was changing a tire or something in 2004. At the age of 55, that murder is still unsolved today. Okay. Like other celebrity murders, right? Okay. John Whitehead. And I am recording on the tablet. So, yeah, I'm using the phone for the research today. Okay. So, born 7/10/48 in Philadelphia, passed 5/11, May 11th, 2004 in Philadelphia. Okay. John Cavadas Whitehead. Okay. 10 children. Yeah, everything points to Philadelphia here. Okay. I'm going to read about his the homicide. On May 11th, 2004, Whitehead was fatally shot, possibly in a case of mistaken identity, while fixing a car outside his home in Philadelphia. Another man with him at the same time suffered light injuries from the multiple shots fired by two gunmen who fled the scene. As of 2025, the murder remains unsolved. Whitehead was 55 years old and had converted to Islam in 1996. So Islam's significant for today. He is buried. His body, the body he was in, is buried in Mount Moriah Cemetery in Philadelphia. Okay. Mariah, of course, Mariah Carey. And then Carey is Drew Carey, Jim Carey. Okay. So let's see what energy comes out today. Okay. So, false sibling. I'm so used to putting the card up there for the phone. False siblings of some sort. Okay. There could be a truth being exposed about them. Okay. Take a look at this, investigators. So someone was murdered in order to keep them quiet. Okay, so siblings could have murdered someone in order to keep them quiet. They could have murdered a sibling. Okay. Joseph's siblings in the biblical story, Joseph's siblings did not murder him, but they faked his death. Okay, so they told his mother and father that he had died and brought home a bloody jacket of his or coat. Okay, so news coming out about that. There's also something else, Divine, bring back to my remembrance anything else that you would like for me to share. The name Smith and UTI, these initials, TIU, University of Texas Institute, International Treasury Union. however it goes, investigators, UTI could be obviously a UTI, okay, urinary tract infection, okay? Okay. There's something about a freak accident that's going to happen. We have marks. That's gonna leave a mark. Marks, Mark, first, middle, last name. Okay. Something about a freak accident. Smith. Okay. I think I said that. Arkansas investigators. Joseph or Josephine. The Josephine Baker story. Josephine Baker. Josephine Baker. The Josephine Baker story. Mm. That's another woman that I would not trust in real life. Confirmation. Whoever the woman is that played her, who played her? I don't. Let's take a look. And again, I'm just being honest. Lynn Whitfield, I would not trust that woman. I just wouldn't. Okay, I just wouldn't. So yeah, the Josephine Baker story. Actors Lynn Whitfield, investigators a Reuben Blades, a Louis Gossett Jr., a David or Dukes, a King Holiday, a Craig, initial T, Nelson. Okay, Craig T. Nelson is also known as, I remember him as Coach, okay, from the 80s show, Craig T. Nelson. Okay, yep, something's like Natalie Holloway's story, again, disappearance, declared dead years later, case solved 10, 15, how many ever years after, 20, 30, 40 years, or 50 years after the individual is no longer here. Okay, something about a kiss, or this could also, the singing group, do you know what this represents? Okay, the singing group, Knights in Satan's Service. Knights in Satan's Service. That's what KISS, the acronym, represents for that's what that represents for that, Knights in Satan's Service. That's what that represents for that group. That's not what KISS means, but that's what it represents. That's the acronym for that group. Okay, the Hierophant. Okay, so you might need to show yourself some love. Again, for me, what this shows, or what this speaks to me personally about, is solo artistry. Okay, this speaks to me about loving yourself. This speaks to me about, yeah, for me, again, this gets into my personal life journey, but for me, part of the fasting that I've done over the last 30, 48 hours was to remove the individual who was causing delays in my journey. For me, that's a divine masculine woman. If you do not understand that we all carry masculine and feminine energies, please do your research. That's not what this channel was created for. Okay? But we do. Okay? And so, me being a spiritual guide here on this planet, a healer on this planet, my focus is spirituality. My focus is that, and healing and that sort of thing, from the spiritual, from the esoteric side. Okay? A masculine, divine masculine, man or woman, not all beings, just because they're a masculine or a boss or whatever, is a divine masculine, okay, that takes ascensions and maturity and awakenings, dark nights of the soul, ego deaths, to get to divine status. But a divine masculine could be a man or a woman, and it just means that they are here this lifetime to generate earthly wealth, and that's their focus. They are a creator of earthly things. They are an inventor. They are author. They are sports star or celebrity of some sort. Again, not through karmic means, okay? But that's what they were here to birth this lifetime, okay? But for me, I did a cord cutting to remove that individual who was supposed to be coming towards me or supposed to be my divine masculine. And again, this is the second one. Okay, so the first one was a Scorpio who ended up doing witchcraft against me and all of that. She didn't want to awaken and all that sort of thing. So she started attacking me and got her family, friends, and everybody to attack me. Tried to poison me when I lived, or did when I lived with her. I ended up with shingles. Okay. And so the individual who was now supposed to be coming towards me, I then disconnected them. Again, cord cutting rituals. Did cord cutting rituals to remove the second individual who was supposed to be coming towards me because they are delaying me, okay, in my journey because they have not come forth. So I cut them away, okay? So for me, this Hierophant energy speaks strong today. Okay, again, as the solo artist. Okay. Something's elated. I put that card to the side because it deals with sexual energy, and that's yeah, okay. Someone's elated, or you will be collective. Investigators, you could be elated about the new information that you have, what you're bringing to the victims, okay? And this is my favorite word for when something happens in your favor, when justice comes. This word is booyashaka. That's my favorite word for when karma shows up for them and dharma shows up for us, okay? People use that word, they use karma instead of dharma, but they don't know what they're speaking from their throat chakra. You can't say devil, but mean Jesus, as you call him. Okay? Yeshua, Issa. You can't say that. Karma is karma. Dharma is dharma. Don't call dharma karma unless that's, I guess, where you want to continue to stay or receive. Dewan, Donald, Dana, Destiny. Investigators, take a look. Okay? And this is coming out on the Knight of Cups. I just heard spiritual offer. Okay? So a spiritual offer of some sort. Daniel, Daniela. Okay. So throat chakra protection. Someone needs to speak up, but they are not. Okay. Someone needs to speak up with this Eight of Swords, but they are not, because their throat chakra is blocked. They keep it blocked. You can voluntarily keep your chakras blocked. Okay, by not meditating, not cleansing your energy. Okay, you can block your own chakras. Okay, by knowing that you need to speak up and you don't. Tyler Thomas. Is that Home Improvement? Tyler Thomas? Timothy, Tyler Thomas. I really should use the phone to record and the tablet to do this because the phone for researching with the horrible internet here is just oh, okay, so no. Tyler Thomas. Oh, okay, no. Okay, so Tyler, okay. Again, first name, last name, investigators, same initial. I said Tyler Thomas, Taylor Thomas, Thomas Taylor, Tom Taylor, Tommy Taylor. Autumn, okay. We are in autumn currently in the northern hemisphere. We are currently in autumn. So something could be coming out. This Ace of Cups here represents an admirer of some sort, generally. Okay, this represents some type of admirer of some sort and them offering you their cup. So, however, and we have stigmata here. So that's a confirmation for me. Okay, and my dream last night and my stigmata experience. And that is the first time that I've ever had a stigmata dream, by the way. And when I say an experience, something's like Natalie Holloway, again, investigators, Natalie Holloway, those names, Natalie Holloway. Dominican Republic, oh, and we have DR here, okay, so demonic reptile. So there's something about the Dominican Republic. We know we are in hurricane season, so we know the Atlantic waters are stirring. What are the next two named hurricanes? Let's take a look at those names. The next two named hurricanes. Again, I should have used the next two named hurricanes. I really hate inefficiency. That irks me like nothing else. I really hate inefficiency. That's why I dismissed the replacement of the original. That's why I did the cord cutting. I can't stand I can't stand procrastination and inefficiency. I hate it. And when I say I hate it, I hate it. Okay? Okay, so here we go. We already had Gabriel. And okay, so the next one might be Humberto, might be something about Alberto, and Imelda, okay, are the next two named storms to come, hurricanes. Humberto, Humberto, and Imelda, Imelda. Okay, demonic reptile, any of those could be. That's the hangman energy. Don't think twice, act now on that word. Okay, so collective, whatever you are hearing here, okay, and again, investigators, FBI, CIA, whatever you're hearing here, okay, whatever your ancestors are telling you, now, again, I can't stand procrastination and drag ass energy. I cannot stand that. I'm 50 And I'm still a fucking soldier. I am still a fucking soldier. I am still. I'm just built that way. I can't stand a drag ass, inconsistent, ignorant ass who just is lazy. I can't stand that. All right? So, whatever that word is to you, collective, whatever that is to you, investigators, we have the hanged man on that energy. So, someone is waiting or sitting around when they should be up and moving about. Okay? That is a confirmation right there. My mind was on the name Jennifer last night. Jennifer, North Korea. Okay, so Jenny could be in this Four of Swords energy. Okay, it would be interesting if Jennifer was from North Korea, right? But we have a communist, okay, or a racist energy. Jennifer could be a racist. So there's plenty of Jennifers. Jennifer Aniston, Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Zesnowski, Jennifer, and I don't know who Jennifer Zesnowski is. Jennifer Logan. Something about the Weimaraner. The dog, the Weimaraner. Dog breed Weimaraner? Dog breed Weimaraner? Again, this is the Weimaraner. Okay. The Weimaraner. Very beautiful looking dog. Okay. Let's take a look. There could be something about someone's eyes that are piercing. Okay. Let's take a look at the Weimaraner. Okay, we'll take a look at where they're from, their origins. Okay, so that's a Weimaraner. Okay, again, look at those eyes. Piercing blue eyes. Okay. Again, I don't know how well that shows up. Let's see. The Weimaraner is a large, athletic German hunting dog known for its distinctive silver gray coat and intelligent, energetic, and loyal nature. Originally bred for hunting large game, they are now versatile gun dogs and excellent companions for active owners who can provide significant exercise and consistent training. They are also known as gray ghosts due to their stealthy hunting style and appearance. The gray ghost, due to their stealthy hunting style and appearance. So investigators, you might need to be stealth. You could be stealth currently on someone. You could be stealth on me right now. Okay? But Jennifer, North Korea. And again, North Korea is a communist country, so that speaks to racism. Okay? Or a dictator. Again, it could be a dictator in a quote-unquote free country. Okay? No country is really free, not even in the U.S. If you don't believe me, ask Charlie Kirk. Ask Erica Kirk. If you don't believe me, ask Betty Malcolm's wife. If you don't believe me, ask Coretta King. If you don't believe, you know what I'm saying? There's nowhere is a free country. Nowhere on this planet. Truly. Okay? Because in order for that to happen, then there would have to be pure justice. And again, we're still working towards that. As a collective, okay, we're still working towards that. At least one employee is stealing, embezzling. Investigators, one of your cases, at least one employee is embezzling. You should be able to easily find that out through forensic accounting. I enjoyed that part of accounting when I was an accountant. Okay? Yeshua Issa, again, that is their name. It is not Jesus. I don't know how many times I got to tell you. You can ask AI, is the real name of Christ Jesus? And they will say, no, it's not. They will tell you, no, it's not. Again, if you don't show respect, you don't get the blessings of. You might think you're getting blessed by Jesus. Jesus ain't giving you shit. Do you understand me? Because that's not their name. If I was to come to you and be like, hey, boy, and you're a grown-ass man, what kind of respect are you going to give me? What am I going to get from you if I come to you like that? But people still do it again. Jesus is used far more than Yeshua is used. The blonde-haired, blue-eyed image is used more than the truth, which is they come from the Middle East and they were a first century Jew and they came from a olive skin and their hair was most likely dark black or brown, and their eyes were most likely brown because the people in that area, that is what they look like. So, through the deception of man and European Roman Catholic bullshit, now they show you this image of this individual that looks like Fabio, and motherfuckers believe that that's the real Yeshua. Again, all you got to do is ask. Not everything on the internet you can believe, but you can ask, and they will let you know. No, that is not what they look like. No, that is not their name. It is true that there was no J in their Hebrew language, and therefore their name was spelled with a Y, and it is pronounced Yeshua, and it is not Jesus. It will tell you. It will tell you. Again, I can't stand the ignorant ass motherfucker who knows the truth and refuses to embrace it. I can't stand that shit, because that's laziness too. Okay? That's laziness too. Here's the truth. You still deny it. Okay? B-A-A-B, O-B, O-B-J, Odell Beckham Jr., okay? Orange Blossom Trail, O-B-T, Orange Blossom Trail in Orlando, okay? Or Central Florida, goes all 441. So there we go, 441, that angel number. Let's look up that angel number. Angel number 441. BA, BP, PB, PB and J. Sometimes peanut butter and jelly comes out here sometimes. That is on the card. Okay? And BD, DB, defensive back, Derek Brown, Brian Asnowski. I don't know where the skis are coming from. He's planning a ski trip this winter. Investigators or collective. The angel number 441, again, I'm talking about State Road 441 in Florida, but angel number 441 combines the foundational energies of stability and hard work with the new beginnings and divine guidance, encouraging you to trust in your inner wisdom and angels as you embark on a new life chapter. It's a message to be ambitious and act on opportunities. That's what we're speaking about here. Again, getting off the ass and getting to work, wherever that card is. Okay? That's what we're talking about here, investigators. I remember the message is written in ink, actually, which a lot of them, most of them are not. I can't find the message at this time. Okay? But we have that. We have that message. Okay? So, it's time to get to work. Or 441 in some other place. It doesn't have to be State Road 441 in Florida. It could be anywhere. Okay. We have the completion again. I'm so used to going. You have the completion here of a cycle, success. Okay. Someone might still need to say no. Okay. Don't forget to drink your water, because your body, like the earth, is 70% water. Again, you are a depiction of, because that's who divine source is. So divine source is 70% water. So he made you 70% water. He created the earth 70% water. Every animal, beast, creature of the is 70% water. So drink more water so your I was gonna say so your fluids can flow. Someone might have, again, UTI. Someone might have kidney issues and not be able to pee. Most individuals who are on dialysis do not create urine. They do not produce urine. I did. I never stopped producing urine. Yeah. And again, today I remind you, collectively as a healer, I don't even take anti-rejection meds. I haven't taken anti-rejection meds in a year and a half. None. No blood pressure medication. I take none of that. And I took blood pressure medication while I was on dialysis, because dialysis caused blood pressure issues. Okay? I take nothing today except what is natural. Okay? Sacramento Kings, Chris Webber. Okay? Chris Webber is always one of those guys who I thought was just a great guy. Very, very cool, very calm, very just, yeah. Chris Webber, his energy comes across that way, you know. Jason Williams, okay, known as White Chocolate. Okay, Jason Williams. Let's look up Billy D's information. Billy D. Williams. '88 today. 88 Billy D. Williams is. It's 10:09 in Malaysia current time. Okay, he was born, he's an Aries, so he was born 4/6/37, 4/6/37, 88 today. Full name, William December. William December. We have autumn out here. William December Williams Jr. So his name is William December Williams. That's very interesting. That's interesting. So let's see here. Novelist, painter, actor. I didn't know he was a painter. I didn't know he was an artist. New York City, he was birthed. Active in Hollywood since '59. Okay, spouses. Investigators, pay attention to the names and the years. They could be ages for your investigation. Audrey Sellers, 1959 to 1963. Marlene Clark, 1968 to 1971. So 71, again, transplant was in 17. Investigators, there could be something about 2017. And Teruko Nakagami, okay, who he married in 1972, and I suspect they are still married today. Okay, 3 children. Okay. Star Wars, Mahogany, Gail Sayers. Brian's Song is one of my favorite all-time movies. Brian's Song is one of my favorite all-time movies. And Billy D. Williams played Gail Sayers. Okay. And that movie, I love anything that shows diversity and goes against the norm. I love that. Anything that goes against the norm. So I love to see the lion and the deer galloping through the forest together. I love to see that. I love to see the dog and the cat playing together friendly. Anything that goes against the norm or the static quo, or what is generally accepted, I like. Okay? Um, because chances are, if it goes against the norm in today's matrix, it's probably closer to the truth. Right? So we have Finland, temperance. Okay, patience is needed. Okay, patience to get the results of the fingerprint, patience for the blood work results, patience for the medical examiner to finish, patience for whatever it is, collective, patience for the journey in general. Okay, this will never go away. You will always need this. There will be times when you'll need more of it, but you will always need this temperance energy. You will always need it. Okay, in this journey. And again, we have Finland, Finley, Finny, Finna. Okay, when people are lazy about their speech, they say, I'm finna do something. Finna. Okay. Instead of saying going to, okay, they say finna. I'm finna go over to wherever. Okay. Next, there's a trigger warning of some sort. Okay, so again, this could be information coming in. Okay, a trigger warning, Rosalind, and there's CCTV footage. There's CC footage. Someone could go by D or DD. Again, I'm talking about Billy D. Williams. Could be Billy. Could be Bill, Billy, William. However, again, he has a first name and a first name and a last name that essentially are the same minus an S. William Williams. Okay. All right. So there's something about a trigger warning. Whatever that trigger warning happens to be, it could be something that you see on the news. It could be an email. It could be a text message. It could be anything. Okay. And this feather just fell out of my bracelet here. So again, okay, that could signify whatever trigger warning this is, or something dropping, a bomb dropping, a news dropping. Okay. Okay, we have the Empress. Okay. You or someone else, collective. You or someone else, investigators. Okay. So Empress, it could be time for solitude. Okay, you could already be in solitude. Something could be happening that's going to put you in solitude, or have you go have it, or be a need. There be a need for you to go into solitude for some time. Meditation, fasting. Again, I fasted recently, so again, it could be something like that. You can fast from anything. You can fast from smoking, alcoholic beverages. You could fast from sodas. You could fast from. Let me speak to this for a moment. And I really do love her. I really do. Her spirit, her truth. She really is she really is a diamond. Okay? She really is. Um, but I've seen how over the last 9 months, how this person physically, their physical body, has just ballooned. It's just, and over the last 8 months, they have probably gained 60 pounds. And they are a reader here on YouTube. They are an empath here on YouTube. And she speaks the truth. But I've seen her. And in fact, when I saw her last, I was like, and I went back on her channel, scrolled back, and saw like when the change started happening. So someone could be doing spell work, witchcraft, investigators, collective. Someone could be doing witchcraft on you to change your body, and that is a beauty spell. Okay, hair fallout, whatever it is. You know, the marks that show up on your face that you never had before, whatever. Weight gain, severe weight loss, whatever that is. Someone could be, and again, that's illegal. That is witchcraft. You cannot, you should not, even under 3D, be able to do witchcraft on someone to change their physical appearance. President Trump, there needs to be a law. It is now illegal to do witchcraft, and you can be prosecuted for doing witchcraft against someone in order to change their image. President Trump signed the fucking law. Okay? And the consequences thereof, once you are found guilty, is deletion from this universe. Deletion from the universe. Deletion from this matrix. Yes, for witchcraft. Okay? Yeah. You might think that's harsh. I would ask you if you've been a victim. So for her, again, I don't know her personal life. And I don't, I'm not even subscribed to her. But I've been following her for a good while. For a good while. Through my dark night of the soul. So we're going back some years. I've followed her for a while. She was always going to the gym, fit, looking good, physically, okay? But something's happening, again, with her physical body. Something's happening. I'm not going to mention her name. I've already reached out to her and shared, again, not judging, but it would almost be impossible for that to not be a spiritual thing. It would almost be impossible for that amount of weight gain in that amount of time, not pregnant, by the way, and for that's almost certainly witchcraft. Or there is something that she was diligent about in the past that she's no longer diligent about. And that could be her diet. It could be her eating habits. What I found most, and I'm rambling on, but what I found most collective often is that when people get into secure relationships, they let themselves fall apart. Again, I don't know if that's her situation, but I notice when people get in secure relationships, they often let themselves fall apart. Okay? I did it when I was in a relationship with the karmic ass Scorpio. Okay? Before I met her, okay? 2019, I wasn't dating anyone. I was 2 years after transplant, and that was the most productive financially year of my accounting tax practice. Okay? And again, I wasn't fully operational in it for, a long time because of dialysis and that sort of thing. But after transplant, post 2017, that was the most abundant year for me as an accountant. I wasn't dating anyone. I was going to the gym like 5 days a week. I was salmon all the time. I mean, I was really, really, really transforming things. Okay. And then started dating her. Okay. And yeah, I kept going to the gym, but it wasn't as frequent. And the eating habits had slightly changed. Okay. More wine. Okay. Right. More hanging out. Right. That sort of thing. So again, that could be her. Again, my experience has been most often when people get in secure relationships, they lose themselves in some way. And that's unfortunate because who you are is what attracted them. Don't become someone else. Just saying. That's a speech for somebody. To infinity and beyond. Okay. I said I did a cord cutting ritual. That's funny. It's on the world card. I said I did a cord cutting ritual of the individual who's delaying me and who divine had originally tapped on the shoulder and said, that is your divine feminine. You need to reach out to them. You need to contact them, but they didn't. I recently cut their ass off too. And so now I'm free and single. Truly. Truly. Okay? I have no divine masculine coming towards me. I cut their ass off. Okay? I have none. Okay? Truly free and single. Okay? And again, for you collective, you might need to do that. Someone's dragging ass and delaying your journey, you might need to cut them off. I encourage you to do your cord cutting so that you can truly step into this. It's interesting that I did that cord cutting did a fast, and then I had a stigmata experience in a dream last night. This morning, or early this morning. There is no such thing as a coincidence. None. So go ahead and pull some. Go ahead and pull some randoms real quick. Investigators, I hope these things are helping you. A paradigm shift. I hope these videos are helping you to solve your crimes, solve your cases. I know there was something else about a case or something. Along with John Whitehead. Okay, someone's initials could be JW. Okay, JC, JW, CJ. We started out with false siblings, transmuted energy. A fast can help you transmute energy, whatever you need to fast from. A fast can help you transmute energy. A fast can help you transmute sexual offers. Okay? I wouldn't accept those. Okay? So transmuted energy is bringing about success. Again, investigate Levi, Alexander, Hudson, Luca. Take a look, investigators. Could be Alexandria, Alexander, could be Alex, could be Alexa, could be Alexis, Hudson River, Luca, the basketball. I don't follow the NBA, but I know that there's a Luca in the NBA. I don't even know their first name, last, whatever that is. Okay, Levi Strauss, the jeans, Levi, Levitical priesthood. Okay. You could be a part of the Levitical priesthood. Cooper. Okay, this name, again, that's my warlock. Okay, or that's his first name. Okay. Okay. Could be Kevin Cooper, KC. Again, Casey Musgraves, where we looked up her information already. Kaylee Kuko, we looked up her information already from the Big Bang Theory. Kelly Clarkson. Let's take a look. Hello, Kelly. She's a good spirit, I think. I think Kelly Clarkson is a good spirit. High vibrational being, or at least, generally. Kelly Clarkson. Kelly Clarkson. Does she have a TV show? I think so now. Okay. So, Kelly Clarkson. Oh, her legal name is actually Kelly Brienne. I'm telling you, man, this internet is just, it is so shitty. So shitty. All right. Kelly Brienne, born Kelly Brienne Clarkson, again, 424. Okay. So now we're looking at a Taurus. Okay. 424 Taurus. Known as Kelly Clarkson, is an American singer, songwriter, television personality. American Idol. What season was she in? Doesn't say. Again, 424, born in 82. So she's 43. 2 children, spouse, Brandon Blackstock, 2013 to 2022. Okay. So 9-year marriage. KellyClarkson.com. Yeah. All right. So Kelly Clarkson. Okay. So again, Taurus energy. Something about someone being a bona fide something, bona fide badass, a bona fide witch, a bona fide karmic devil, a bona fide warlock, somebody's a bona fide something, right? Okay? And something about heart protection. Michael, you might need to do your heart protection meditations or what have you today. Okay? Whatever rituals those are. We are right at 1 hour. Archangel Sandalphon. Okay? Child molester. So we have sexual offer and a fake offer. The sexual offer is a fake offer, collective. Investigators. A sexual offer is a fake offer. What do I mean by a fake offer? It's a fake love offer. Okay? Anyone who's offering you sex, and that's what they're coming to you with, hey, you want to go, you know, that is a fake love offer. That is not real love. And I understand. Some men, some women, they don't care. They're like, I don't care. I'm just going to go get me some. I don't give a fuck about it being real love or not. I'm going to go get whatever. Again, you can live your life however you want to. Just understand that you will have to answer for your journey. Okay. Chile, that comes out here a lot. Chile. Okay. A polygamist is a man who has many women. They know each other. A polyamorous a polyamorous individual is a woman who has many men and they know about it. Okay? I often use Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith as examples of a male and a female who are in polygamous and polyamorous situations at the same time, and that is they nasty ass. Okay? That is that energy. Okay? You can bring your man over, and your man can fuck on my man, and you can bring your woman over, and your woman can lick and suck on my woman. Mm-hmm. Some people flow that way. Hip hop music, okay? Kelly Clarkson is not hip hop music, but Kelly Clarkson. Breakaway. Breakaway. Let me look up the lyrics to that song. Breakaway. Breakaway. We might end with this. Lyrics to the song Breakaway by Kelly Clarkson. Let's look at the lyrics. Classic bait and switch. This is probably one of the most freeing songs that yeah. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So again, listen to investigators, listen to the lyrics. Okay, listen to the lyrics. Collective, you listen to the energy of it. Okay. Grew up in a small town, and when the rain would fall down, I would just stare out the window, enjoying the rainfall, dreaming of what could be, and if I'd end up happy, I would pray. Okay. Trying hard to reach out, but when I tried to speak out, felt like no one could hear me. Okay? Wanted to belong here, but something felt so wrong here. So I pray. Also, we got Jenny. We got Jenny out here. We got Jenny. Jenny. Forrest Gump. I've seen that movie 20-something times. I could recite it. That's one of my favorite movies. I could recite that movie like nothing. I haven't seen it in years, but I could recite that movie still. Okay. So again, When Forrest and Jenny met, Jenny was being abused by her father, raped. Investigators, a father raping their daughter, molesting their daughter, okay, for your case, or one of them. And she said, I remember she went to they were in a cornfield, right? And they got that. She said, pray with me, Forrest. And she said, dear God, make me a bird so I can fly far, far away. Dear God, make me a bird so I can fly far, far away. Right? So someone's praying. Kelly Clarkson is saying in here that she didn't feel like she belonged here. Right? Dear God, make me a bird so I can fly far, far, far away. Okay? So I pray I could break away. I'll spread my wings and I'll learn how to fly. I'll do what it takes till I touch the sky. And I'll make a wish, take a chance, make a change, and break away. Break away from what? The karmic cycles, the darkness, the fornicating, whatever spouse, the hard-headed demonic adult children. Don't leave your children that are minors. Don't do that. Jobs, whatever.